Okay, then let's get started here. I'm going to start standing comfortably. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's do a little shoulder rotation. So just loosen the shoulders, pull it back. Bring it front, pull it back. Very good. Loosen the shoulders. Very good. Bring it up and then down, as if you're drawing circles. Very good. Loosen the arms. No tension in the arms. Very good. And then bring it in the opposite way. Circling in the opposite way. Very good. And then come back to the center, drop the arms. Now from here, bring your palms to touch, elbows to touch. Let's open, inhale, exhale. Once again, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale. Very good, release. Shake it off, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Let's move our neck up and down. Just up and down. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center, drop the right ear, drop the left. Side to side, so stretching the sides of the neck. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center. Turn your head to the right and to the left. Once again, to the right, to the left. Very good. And then come back to the center. Very good. Now, let's bring our hands to the shoulders, bend the elbows, and you're going to do rotations. So again, elbows come closer and then open them wide. So you start to get into the upper back area. You want to feel that into the upper back. Maybe one side feels like it's moving more than the other. So notice all those things, and then you can work on it, opening it wide. Most of the time, the movement helps to take care of half the problems. Keep moving, keep it flexible, right? Come back to the center. And then let's take it in the opposite way. Very good. Bring your elbows closer and then again, open them wide. Very good. One more time. And release. Shake it off. Very good. Now let's bring our arms open. Bend the elbows. And then open them wide again. Bend the elbows. Very good. Nice. Stretch it out. Very good. And then slowly release. Relax. Now let's bring our palms to the front as if you're pressing on a glass. And let's do up and down. Just up and down. Very good. And then let's take it circles. Circular movements. Good. And then slowly come back to the center, stretch. Make a tight fist, open. Once again, tight fist, open. Very good. Let's do that one more time. And shake it off. Release. Very good. Release and relax. Now, let's bring our feet a little wide. We're going to do forward and back bend. So you're using your lower back here, okay? So bend through the lower back. You will stretch and then bend backwards. Forward and back. Very good. And let's do that a few more times. And bring back to the center. Very good. Let's keep our feet wide. Right arm reaches up. Okay, and take a side bend. Once again, side bend. And one more time, side bend. Now switch. Take a side bend. Once again, side bend. And one more time. Very good. Hands on the hips. Now let's take it alternatingly, okay? Side to side. Stretch it out just once, both sides. Keep your chest facing front. Make sure you're not bending backwards or forwards, just sides. And come back. Very good. Bring your hands in front of the chest. Let's take a twist. So we are twisting side to side. Very good. Side to side. Looking over the shoulders. And come back to the center. Very good. Release. Now, let's turn to one side and give a stretch. Very good. Let's turn to one side and give a stretch. Very good. Give a stretch as if you're reaching a top shelf. Spinal stretching. Very good. One more time. And come back. Release. Very good. Now, let's put them all together. Bring your feet wide and let's take hip circles. So loosen the hips. Opposite direction, both sides. We're going to do both sides. Very good. Come back to the center now. I'm going to grab my chair. Let's do our knee stretches. We're going to stretch that right knee. And you can just go near a wall if you want or the table. Now, once you're here, let's take that right knee and open it out. Stretch it out. Very good. Side and then front and back. And side to side. Very good. Slowly release both sides, front and back, side to side. And then let's do that on the other legs. Left leg, I'm going to do the same thing here. I can't move my left leg today, but you can do it on the other side. Okay, do it on your left leg, front and back. Very good. And side to side. Nice. And stop, release. Now, let's do our ankle stretches. So let's do our right side, up and down. Very good. And rotation. You're drawing circles with your toes. Both sides. And release. Let's take that on the other side, front and back. And rotation. Both sides. And stop. And then release. Very good. That's kind of getting into all the joints. Very good. Now, from here, let's come into our mountain pose, standing tall. Okay, mountain pose, Tadasana. Lift your toes, lift your heels, and then outer and inner edges. But make sure your feet are wide as the hips. So if you're keeping your feet too wide or they're too narrow, keep them under the hips and they're nice and parallel. Okay, so keep them nice and parallel. Nice strong spine. Couple shoulder rolls to pull the shoulders back. Shift your weight onto the toes, onto the heels, and both sides. So just kind of pressing through all the corners, right? All the parts of the feet. Stand taller. Very good. Shoulders pull back. Your tailbone is in the center. So your tail is not tucked out, not tucked in. If your back starts to round, if your back starts to collapse, see if you can stretch that spine straight. The shoulders above the hips, tall spine. Find something in front of your eyes which you can focus. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can close your eyes or just simply gaze at one point. We are going to take 5 deep breaths here. Now, each time you exhale, your belly button goes inside. That is abdominal breathing. Okay, so exhale and bring the belly in. You can feel your belly move up and down. Inhale, it just comes out, automatically expands. So let's take 5 deep breaths here. Very good. Now, when you're ready, Take a nice inhale, arms up. Exhale. Very good. Inhale. Nice. One more time. Inhale. Very good. Now, let's take an inhale once again. Reach. This time you're going to interlace the fingers. Let the pointer point up. Okay. Keep pressing through both the feet. Take a side stretch. Come back up. Any one side. Side stretch. Come back up. And one more time. Side stretch. Come back up. Very good. Now, take that side stretch and see if we can hold. Doesn't matter how far you go, even if you're not bending too much. Stretch through the fingers, through the toes, through the fingers, through the arms. Feel that into the side body. One more breath. Next time you inhale, come up. Release. It's challenging to hold that side bend. Okay, so keep breathing. Doesn't matter how far you go. We are compressing one side of the rib cage every time. So it becomes a little challenging for breathing, but that's what you want to do. You want to push that breath through the other rib cage, expanding those lungs. Let's take an inhale. Interlace the fingers. Take a breath here. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Come back up once again. Other side, whichever side you didn't do before. Very good. And come back. Now again, reach through the fingers. Take a side bend and let's hold. Let's hold that stretch. Good. And then slowly press into the feet, release. Release the arms. Shake it off. Feel that into the side body. You want to feel that into the sides, into the back. Right? Now, let's bring our chair here. Let's work on our balance. Today we are going to do one leg standing. So just standing on one leg here. Okay. Now, if you want to keep your chair in the front, that's fine too. If that feels comfortable. If you want to hold it on the side, that's fine too. I think sides is better. We always do it on the sides. But if you feel front, I said keeping the chair in the front feels okay, then feel free to do that. Now, before we start to balance on the right leg, we are going to do the stop the fall drill. So lift that left leg up as if you're balancing on the right and stop the fall. So if you want to do that, even you can let go the chair a little. So that way you know that you're falling and then you stop with the left foot. Okay, stop. Very good. Stop. Stop. And let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. So just challenge your body a little. Where you let go of the chair and then you stop the fall. Okay. And then come back. Now, before we start to balance, remember the key to balance is you want to keep staring at one point. Okay. The movement you're looking somewhere else, your eyeballs are moving, it becomes very challenging to keep that balance steady. Okay, so even if it takes time to fix your gaze, and that's why you keep an object in front of you or anything which is in front of you, keep staring at that object or that point, and then hold on to that chair, and you're going to slowly lift that left leg off the mat, and you're just standing on that right leg. Okay, just standing on that right leg. Now take some time here. Find a little steadiness. Hands can go on the hips. Okay, hands can go on the hips. One hand can be on the chair. Now, George, you can keep your left hand on the hip because that's the one which gets you the tremors. So whichever hand gets you the tremors, put that on the hip. Okay. And then when you're ready, tiptoe the fingers very slowly. Keep staring at a point. Do not look at my image in the screen. I know most of you look at me most of the time. So I want you to keep staring at something else. And then tiptoe the fingers when you feel ready. Doesn't matter how far you go. Very good. Keep staring at a point. and then slowly release. Was it better or it was not? It's a little, we find our tricks to do that balance, isn't it? So as we said before, whichever side gives you the tremors, keep that side into some activity, some movement, some engagement. I won't say movement, engagement. So even if you're not moving the hand, but if you're holding the hips, then there are no tremors. But if you're letting the hand here, then the tremors are starting, right? So when you're not doing anything, that is when the tremors start, because it is called as a resting tremor, which means it starts when you're not doing anything. It starts when you're sitting on the table. It starts when you're just standing, right? When you're moving your arms, there are no tremors, right? So that's what we want to use, okay? That's the trick. But you want to keep that sweet spot between moving but not moving too much, because the steadiness is what helps you to balance, right? So let's take that on the other side, right? And you can always hold one chair and one hand can keep moving if that feels okay, right? You can always keep holding the chair. Now, again, make sure your feet are wide as the hips. You're going to stop the fall on this side, right foot off the mat, and then stop the fall here. Again, try going on the balance with that left leg and then stop the fall, right? So hold, let go the chair, and then stop the fall. Just stand on that leg, stop the fall. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now again, start standing taller, feet wide as the hips. So remember, another thing is there's a lot happening in the balance. So when we are coming into that balance, you don't want your hip to be turned out or turned in one direction. So you just want to stand taller on that one leg, and that's when everything is working. Hips, glutes, lower back, everything is keeping you nice and strong. Now, before we start standing on that left leg, keep staring at a point, something which is not moving. Do not look at my image. Keep staring at one point. Once your eyeballs are fixed, you're going to start to lift that right leg off the mat. Keep that one hand which gives you the tremors on the chair or on the hips. Okay, you keep holding with one hand. Nice, stay there. Keep breathing. Very good. Keep staring at a point. Very good. Keep staring at a point. And then slowly release. Take your time. Better? Is it better? Let's bring our feet wide. I see smiles with Karen. I see some people smiling. So circles. And both sides. And come back to the center. Very good. Now, from here, we are going to work on a forward fold. So let's come here. Bring our block here. And we're going to take that forward fold. Keeping our feet as wide as the hips today, okay? Now, if this is not feeling good to your back, you can always go into that wide angle where you keep your feet wide, okay? I'm going to use my block here, but you always have an option of using the chair if you want. Now, if any of you have high blood pressure, which you're taking medication, but it's still higher. If you have vertigo issues, which means it makes you dizzy when you look down, you don't want to do the forward fold. That is not recommended. It's contraindicated, which means you have to modify by just doing halfway. So you want to stretch only this much. If you want a deeper stretch, walk back and just stretch here. So what is happening here is I'm doing the same stretch in my back, but I'm not keeping my head low. That way you don't feel dizzy and your blood pressure remains normal. You don't want to bring your head down if you have high blood pressure, okay? So let's come here, feet wide. Now again, option of bending lower back through the lower back with hands on the hips, or you can reach the arms up. Stretch the arms here and then slowly come down. So take your time, do it the way you want. And then once you're here, hands on the block, keep moving the crown towards the mat. Very good. Keep lifting the tailbone up. Very good. Adjust the height of the block. If you want it lower, that deepens your stretch. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Beautiful stretch through the whole back side. Let's stay here for 2 more. And then when you feel ready, bring your hands to the hips. Press through the feet and slowly come up. Bend your knees if you'd like. And come up very slowly always, okay? Does that feel good?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. That's good, Karen. I saw you doing that today. So let's do that one more time, okay? Let's do that one more time. If you want to keep your feet a little wide, feel free. But if it feels stable, you can stay right there. Now again, when you're bending through you're bending through the lower back, just like our mounted pose, press through both the feet equally. Don't let the weight of your body go in one side. That way you're stretching the whole lower body, okay? Once you're here, let's take an inhale, bend backwards, and then exhale, bend forwards. Fold your body forward, forward, forward. Hands can go on the block or on the chair. Slowly you want to come down, don't rush. Now once you're here, again, keep your eyes open. Tailbone reaches up, crown reaches to the mat. Very good, stay here, 2 more breaths. And then when you feel ready, slowly come up. Bend your knees, hands on the hips, come up. That's good. That feels like a good stretch, right? Now let's do a back bend. Take a moment here. Now this is compressing your abdomen. Now you're stretching your abdomen and chest. That gives you a little more opening. Remember, there's a lot of tightness in the ribcage sometimes. There's a tightness in the shoulders, so it helps you to open those tight spots. Keep your feet wide, hands to the hips. Fingers are pointing front, okay? Fingers are pointing front, elbows back. And then bend backwards. And again, you can stay right here, fold here, keep breathing. If you don't want to hold the stretch, you come back, repeat it 3 times. Very good, slowly come back up. That's a good one too. Opens up the back, opens up the shoulders, helps you to breathe a little more. Now remember, all the back bends are good when you feel a little low, when you feel anxious, when you feel like you're getting into a little panic situation, you feel nervous. That's when you want to do the back bends. You don't want to hold them, but just kind of do the back bends. That helps you to breathe deeper. When you breathe deeper, your anxiety, the tensions, and the tightness starts to lower, right? Now, from here, let's do one more balance. Really, George has signed up for balance class, so let's do that. Let's bring our chair. Let's do our warrior 3 here. Okay, so we are not doing too fancy here, just trying to balance here. Now, let's bring our chair. Feet are wide as the hips. Same thing what we did on the balancing mountain, except here we are going to start with holding the chair and then slowly lift that left leg up and point the left toes to the back wall. Okay, so just coming into that warrior. Stretch how much ever you can, as if the toes are trying to reach the back wall. Now you want to hinge a little forward. Keep holding the chair. Very good. Keep holding the chair. Now, if you feel okay, you can tiptoe the fingers. Hands can go on the hips. Keep staring at a point. Okay, keep staring at a point. Arms go out. And you can work on your balance here. Very good. Then slowly come up. Yeah, this is going to be a little more challenging than the other one, isn't it? So keep your hands on the hips if you want, especially the hand which gives you the tremors. Now, take some time, feel the difference. If you don't want to work on the balance, you can even work on stretching the back of your legs. This is a good stretch. Just stretching the back of your legs. That's a good stretch too. Right? Now, when you're ready, let's take it to the other side. Hold on to the chair and slowly start to kick that left leg back. Kicking that left leg back. And again, take some time here. When you're ready, you can keep your hand on the hip. Tiptoe the other hand. Very good. And slowly come up. Stop your feet. Let's bring our feet wide. Again, hip circles. Loosen the hips. Very good. And then come back to the center. Now, let's come down to the mat. Let's lower ourselves. Coming down. Now from here, sitting nice and tall. Let's do our hip stretches a little more. Let's come into our half butterfly. Bend the knee, and then let's do up and down. Just up and down. Right knee goes up and down. Very good. And then slowly stop the movement. Release, and let's take it on the left side. Okay, so bend that left knee, and then up and down. Okay. Bending the left knee and up and down. Very good. Now come back to the center, release. Let's bend both the knees, and let's do both the knees up and down. Now I'm not doing my left leg, but I want you to do both sides. And then both knees are moving up and down, butterfly flapping. Okay. Very good. Now slowly release. Come back to the center. From here, we're going to grab our block. Keep your legs wide. Let's take a little forward stretch here. Now again, I'm adjusting my hips, sitting nice and tall, keeping that block in front of me. You can walk that block forward, okay, slowly. That way you can deepen the stretch. Now, keep your knees bent if you want. Legs wide. You can also bring your hands in front of your body and on the mat and just walk into forward fold, or you can keep hands on the block and just give a stretch. You can adjust the height of the block again. That gives you a little more. Very good, little more stretch. Again, doesn't matter how far you go. So even if you're right here, you still feel that stretch into the legs. Very good, just lower the height and see if you can bend forwards. Very good, slowly come up. Bring your legs closer. And then let's come into our butterfly. This time, bring your heels closer. And then again, take a forward fold, just forward fold. Coming into forward fold. Slowly come up. Release. Put the legs closer. Bring your hands behind. Take some rest here. And relax. Point and flex the toes. Loosen the toes. Very good. Now from here, let's come up here, sitting nice and tall. Again, you can adjust your hips. Sit nice and tall. Very good. Now I'm going to twist to the right side. Okay, so I'm going to bend my right knee. Bring that right foot on the mat. Keep the legs closer. Okay. Right palm is behind the right hip. I'm going to hug my right knee and twist to the right side, looking over the right shoulder. Very good. Keep breathing. Very good. Stay there. And then slowly come up. Release. And let's take it to the other side. Bend your left knee. And then left foot palm behind. And then hug that left knee and twist to the left. Looking over the left shoulder. And then slowly come back to the center. Meet back in neutral spot. Release. Release the leg. Release the arm. Let's come down on the mat. Slowly bringing those legs together. And then slowly lowering all the way. Lowering all the way to the mat. Once you're here, bring your knees closer to the chest, both the knees, and rock side to side. Rocking side to side. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center, release the feet on the mat. Very good. Now from here, let's release the right leg on the mat. We are going to do a little leg raising. When you're ready, slowly bring that right leg up and then bring it down. Once again, right leg up, palms on the mat. Bring it down. Let's do that 3 more times. Right leg up. Very good. At your own pace. No rush. Very good. Release. Now bend that right knee. Left leg is stretched out. Palms on the mat. Lift that left leg up. Bring it down. Once again, left leg up. Bring it down. And let's do that 3 more times. Very good. Once you're done, bend both the knees and then lift both the legs up. You can slide your palms under the glutes, stretch both the legs up. Very good. Legs up the wall. Stay there. Nice. Keep breathing. And then slowly bend the knees. Hug the knees closer. Exhale, nose comes closer to the knees. Coming into windfree pose. Hugging the knees closer. And then slowly release. Release the feet on the mat. Take some time. Feel the difference. Very good. Now, from here, that was wind tree pose. So let's do our bridge pose from here, back bend. Now, before we do the bridge, we are going to do a little breathing with the bridge. So let's keep our palms on the mat, feet on the mat. Slowly inhale up into bridge. Exhale, lower back down. Once again, inhale up into bridge. Exhale, lower back down. And let's do that 3 more times. Very good. Inhale up. Very good. Release and then take a moment. Feel the difference. Now, let's come into bridge pose and we are going to hold that bridge pose. Okay, so let's hold. Lift into bridge. Lift the belly up, palms on the mat, feet on the mat. Let's stay here. Keep breathing. Very good. Two more breaths. And then slowly release. Release. Bring your knees into the chest and again rock side to side. Just notice the lower back. Slowly release the feet on the mat, release the legs. Feel the difference after that wind tree pose and the bridge. Very good. Now from here, let's come into our windshield wipers, so spinal twisting. So let's keep our feet wide as the mat. Open the arms at the shoulder level. Very good. And let's do windshield wipers side to side, dropping the knees side to side. Good. Side to side. Spinal twisting. And then slowly come back to the center. Now we are going to drop our knees to the left side, turn our head to the right. Turning our head to the right and then staying in that twist. Arms are open at the shoulder level. Very good. Gently bring yourself back to the center. Take it to the other side. So now drop the knees to the right, turn your head to the left. And then slowly come up. Come up. Again, arms closer to the body, legs come closer, and rock side to side, just to even it out. Slowly come back to the center, release. Please take a moment. Very good. Now from here, let's take our hip stretch coming into supine pigeon pose. So from knees bent, feet on the mat, let's stretch our right leg up, bend the right knee, make a figure 4, and bring that left knee closer. We're bringing that left knee closer, opening up that right hip. Very good. You can interlace the fingers under the left knee if that feels okay. If that feels too much, you can just release where it is and just keep that left knee bent and bring it closer to the body. So that way you feel that stretch into the right side. And then slowly release. Release the figure 4. Feel the difference. Now when you're ready, let's take that figure 4 on the other side. And then bring that right knee closer. You feel that into that left hip. Very good, stay there. And then slowly release. Feel that into the hips, into the glutes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now when you feel ready, slowly bring your knees into the chest and open into a happy baby pose. Opening into a happy baby pose, you can hold behind the knees or ankles, or even big toes, and then rocking side to side. Come back to the center, slowly release, and coming into final resting pose of Shavasana. So lower the legs go wide, arms away from the body. You can always keep a pillow under the knees or a pillow under the head. Any relaxing pose which feels good to your body. Legs go wide, arms away. If it takes time. Really relax here. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and let the whole body relax. Let the whole body let go. Ease itself. Bringing your attention to your breathing. And knowing that when you slow down your breathing, your mind starts to slow down. So start to notice the natural rhythm of the breathing, the inhales and the exhales. There's a pattern, there's a rhythm. Each time you inhale, you breathe in oxygen. You purify the blood, vitalize the body, and each time you exhale, breathe out carbon dioxide. Acknowledge the power of each breath and what all it can do. Let the whole body relax and release. Now start to notice if your exhalations can be a little longer than the inhales. So when you breathe out, maybe you can do open mouth exhalations. Notice if your breathing out gets a little longer, and that helps to calm the mind. Exhaling little longer shifts our parasympathetic, and it helps to relax the whole system. Let the whole body relax. With each breath, notice if you can observe the pause between the breaths. So take an inhale, and then before rushing out to exhale, take a pause. Notice how that feels, the fullness. And then exhale out, and then feel the emptiness. So don't hold the breath, just pausing and observing what is in between the breaths. Is there a space? Is there a stillness? And space and stillness can be very powerful. Nice inhale and pause, and nice exhale. And again, pausing and then inhaling. Now with each inhalation, bring in positive affirmations. Strength, confidence, power and balance, gratitude and love and acceptance, friendships. And then each exhalation, let go the fears, tensions, frustrations, loneliness. Let go of all the negative feelings. Inhale and focus the positive thoughts, and exhale, just throw out the negatives. Continue that for a few breaths. We introduce the sound of Om in our practice to deepen the relaxation, to calm the mind, and to relax the body. We always chant Om throughout the exhalation, and we stretch the sound as long as we exhale. It doesn't matter how far you go. The chanting of sound of Om brings calming vibrations, but it also helps to deepen the breathing. Let us chant the sound of Om 3 times. Inhaling for Om, inhale. Very good. Let's take a breath in again. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Feel the peace and the silence after the sound. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Continue to stay in this silence and the peace. Continue to enjoy this relaxation. Without opening the eyes, bring movements to the fingers and toes. Head turns side to side. And when you feel ready, welcome any other stretch that feels good. Full body stretch, bending the knees, windshield wipers, or simply bringing the knees into the chest and rocking side to side. Take your time to move slowly. No rush. And slowly turn to the right side. And when you're ready, gently come up into a comfortable seat, sitting into cross legs, sitting nice and tall. Bring your hands to the heart. Take a moment. And you're going to rub the palms. Take a cup of your hands and place it on the eyes. And slowly release. You're not ending the class yet. Today we have time for pranayama practice, which is the breath work. So we are going to do our V breath today. Okay, we have done this in the past. We plug our ears with our index finger. We take a breath in through the nose, and when we exhale out, we exhale through the nose. We exhale and make a humming sound of a bee. Okay, so I'm showing you the demonstration again. Just watch. I'm breathing in through the nose, plugging my ears. Okay, so this is again breath control. You want to exhale slowly, stretch that exhale out. As you stretch that exhale, you're making that humming sound go longer, right? Doesn't matter how far you go. We are going to do that 6 times. Okay, so you want to count it yourself 6 times. Let's start here. Take your time, feel the resonance again. Feel the sound vibrating in your head and neck region. That was B breath, Bhramari Pranayama. That has an effect on your nervous system, brain functions. It gives a calming relaxation to the mind, relaxes the body. Let's bring our hands to the heart, just reflect on our practice. Welcome gratitude to this practice, to the body, to the community and the friends and family that support us. Bringing our hands to the third eye, positive thoughts. Hands to the lips, positive words, and hands to the heart. positive intentions. It was an honor to guide you all in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Once again. Down the eyes. Open your eyes. Okay, everyone.